Hello there everyone, my name is Mathew McKenna and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the latest new song by Payne, which is called Depend on It. As far as I'm aware, there's not really like a music video for this. It's just like audio on his YouTube channel. I looked it up and that's all I could find. I wanted to quickly talk about it because I actually did something that I don't normally do for these videos, and I Googled just a little bit about it. I did this mostly because it's quite short and I didn't want to be spending a bunch of time trying to work out what it was about. So what I've gathered from the articles I've read is that it's kind of about how his last relationship ended with someone called Cheryl, and I am so like out of the loop that I don't know who Cheryl is. No one is saying Cheryl's last name. So the first article I come across is, who is Payne's girlfriend? Exactly, who is Payne's girlfriend? I don't know. Oh, everyone's calling her Cheryl because she goes by just Cheryl. Okay, I have no idea who this is. God, I don't know anything, do I? Before we start though, if you're new here, make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Let's do this. Alright, I was kind of expecting something slow, so I'm keen.
We used to be loving, touching, kissing, like our lives depend on it.
Oh, that's where Depend on It comes from. Okay. I wasn't quite sure how the title was going to come into play. I assumed it was going to be like, you were something I depended on, not like our lives depend on it.
It's about to go down. I'm not ready yet.
Okay, so they're talking about a fight.
Onto unraveling hope. Give it one last go. I don't know why, just need us to try.
So it sounds like the relationship is in its sort of like failing stretch where they're like, we don't know why we're trying, but we just kind of are, which is really sad to see relationships in like that always. Especially when someone's like, I need you though. Like, why are we putting up with this? I don't know, but I know that I need you, so.
If we don't get back to loving, touching, kissing. Like our lives depend on it.
So it just said if we don't get back to that, so it kind of seems like, I guess both parties are aware of this.
How could I know what you had hiding there?
I mean, it certainly seems like whoever Liam is singing about is sort of like on the receiving end. So kind of like, I guess Liam is being broken up with. So that gives a bit of context to those news articles too.
Why you looking at me with angry eyes? How we ever gonna make it out alive?
It actually feels like Liam is channeling quite a bit of pain into this. Pun not intended, I swear to God.
If we don't get back to loving, touching, squeezing, and like our lives depend on it.
You know, I actually quite enjoyed that. I don't think it's a song that I'd quite like listen to, but I'm really, really glad that I did listen to it here. I'm glad I got the chance to hear it once, because I think maybe like the last song that I listened to by Liam was a little bit superficial. So I mean, obviously I'm not like happy that he's in pain, but it's really nice to hear him sing something that I guess kind of feels like it really, really means something to him. And I mean, he's being quite raw and quite real here and talking about quite intimate details of his love life, which I mean is not something that's easy to do, but also that's like really brave, because it opens him up to all kinds of different public perception. One thing I think is cool about like the titling of that too is I kind of just got the double meaning of it, because, you know, he's saying that our lives depend on, you know, the loving, touching, etc. And I guess in an extent he's saying, I depend on it. I need this in order to carry on. I'm pretty sure he even flat out said that he needs this. But also, given the way that the lyrics go and the general message, it kind of feels like the relationship really depended on that as well. Or at least that's what Liam felt. Like, hey, you know, you don't want to cuddle and stuff, and our relationship kind of depended on that intimacy and closeness. And maybe he feels that without that, all the negative parts kind of got like a really intense focus. I feel like a song like that is also quite interesting because quite a lot of people could relate to that, right? One thing I'm quite a big fan of, just in general, whether it's for like movies, TV shows, music, whatever, is specificity. I feel like a lot of people think that, you know, if you're too specific with a piece of work, then people won't be able to relate to it. Where actually, I personally think that the complete opposite is true. I see so many examples of people just trying to be way too vague, and all that means is that no one can really take anything out of it. Whereas when you, I guess, particularly sing about something that is so specific and so meaningful to you, people can extract their own meaning and message out of it. And I think that comes from the fact that like, people don't necessarily relate to the word words or even the message of what's said in a song, but I feel like people relate to the story. That story is something that pretty much anyone who's been in a relationship can relate to. Whether or not that relationship's broken up, to be honest. Even if it's still going, I think people can relate to that because of the varying personal meanings and story that they can extract from that for themselves. And I think that creating something like that is so difficult. So it's definitely worth a round of applause. Alright, so that's that. I know this was a pretty quick video. I just wanted to get this single done for you guys because so many people have just flooded my comment section with it lately. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button. And as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.